nan kun bari duniya duka ya lalace. Mun gaji da wahala. Freedom.
We don't dey too suffer, we no go gree again. For the money powers, they no go rule again. God save Nigeria, then don't they come again. Mental slavery motion, we no go gree again. I beg packages Naija, Baba, we good result. Nigeria people good now, then they push us to the world. Security, oh yo, hospitality, oh yo.
Wallahi ka kwani musu gaskiya.
Mama Africa, no food to eat again. Papa Nigeria, your kids are running away. Wale Adenuga, the story super. National resources is for everybody. Bring him back, Omoyele Sowore. Bring him back, Omoyele Sowore. For security, electricity.
Good morning, good people of Nigeria. A lot needed to be said, but then we'll also try not to
for humanity,
because of time. There's a lot to be done. So let me quickly mention that somebody called yesterday and was asking if I was in Abuja. I said I cannot be in Abuja. He said, why? I said, I can't be in Abuja. He said, today is very important. Today is too critical for you not to be in Abuja. I said, I can't be in Abuja. He said, why don't you want to be in Abuja to cover Sowore? I said, who do you think wants to be the first to even record Sowore coming out of detention? Not me. But the reality is that I have seen the handwriting now. I don't study the pattern. It's not different from the first time. I mean, I was there the first time Sowore was granted bail. The same excuse of we don't close. And I did tell them that and say, could they report them back to back? Say every step of the way. They say, no, don't preempt them. Let's give it to them that they are closed. Yeah. The following morning, we waited. Blah, blah, blah. They sent Marshal. Marshal was there. They just sat him down at the reception. They did not answer him. I can't go meet Baba, SAN, Falana. Baba, they don't want to free this guy. He said, let's go there. We went. When we got there, and when we saw it too, we started counting hours. I said, Baba, they know they release this guy. If they won't release him, they know they do this to him. It's been a while. I'm young for age, but I get some kind of insights like that. I said they don't want to leave this guy. It was subsequently that they now started serving process that he will go and stand trial. It is the trial judge that can determine his bail, not the other judge. They now started threatening that judge. See, the same handwriting I saw again. So when they now said, some people even called me, they were fighting, other media were calling. You are reporting this thing. Have they said, okay, you are reporting and you are bringing out the document that was signed from the court? I said, because it has been given to the DSS, but they don't want to accept it, claiming that they have closed by 3:30 p.m. And I'm not saying they will not release him. I'm saying that this is what they have said. I'm reporting what has happened. I'm not reporting waiting never happened. But I did tell you guys, see, it's the same. It is the same pattern that of Justice Taiwo. It's the same pattern. Waiting with the talk. They say, oh, no, let us give it to them tomorrow. Oh yeah, yesterday was it tomorrow now. We did not report that they have not released him yesterday throughout because I decided to fold my hands and wait for them to report that Sowore has been released. I waited for them to report that he has been released. Oh yeah now. No, oh yeah now. Have you not released him again? Oh yeah. So it's been a while. I don't know this thing for some time. But it's not to give myself self-adulation or whatever. It's just to say that, there are some patterns you could study and already know or have idea this is the way it's going. So yeah, good morning everybody. Now the next thing is I'm going to talk about how Sowore has demystified the DSS. You see, there are two important things that Buhari can never joke with. He's still a military man, don't make mistake. There are two things he doesn't play with. Number one, the source of money. That's why he will be petroleum minister. Number two, the security, the most important or vital security outfit. He will want to be in control of those two things. That was why he fired us. They decided not to stop transmitting power to Osinbajo anytime he wants to go to London. Because the other time they gave Osinbajo power, Osinbajo can do anything he likes. Buhari will not care. But to touch the important organ to him, source of money and military, no, that is security, no, he will not. So Osinbajo made the mistake of firing the DG of DSS, Daura, as of the time. That was Osinbajo's undoing. Look at what they are doing to him now. No, Osinbajo's woes did not start now. Osinbajo's woes did not also start from the beginning of the regime. Osinbajo's woes started from when he fired the DG of DSS. Buhari know they joke with those two things. Check his history, even as military head of state. You know they joke with. He was Minister of Petroleum in the 80s, right? The same Buhari planted coup and is always afraid of coup. Even in the democratic dispensation, he's still afraid of coup. Who is planting coup? Who is planning coup? So if you touch the DSS, it will suspect you that you are coming for something. So the moment Sowore said there will be no DSS by day 2 of protest, Buhari was like, oh damn, what? Why you? Why didn't he talk? What? I know. Go and pick him up. You understand? That is the most sensitive thing to Buhari. The Petroleum Ministry and the DSS. Now let me reveal to you that even though you people claim you are in a democracy, even though you people claim that you are in a democracy, Buhari does not joke with the DSS. The DSS is more important than your courts as far as Buhari is concerned. I'm telling you the reality. Take it or leave it. As far as Buhari is concerned, your court does not matter. The only thing they need the court to do is to ratify their decisions. The DSS represents the Supreme Military Council of the military junta. The Supreme Military Council of the military junta. That is what the DSS represents to Buhari. So, for him, he believes that will the court come and determine what I will do in my own DSS? No. Shebi already my custody. Oh yeah, the court should come and take him by himself now. Court, come and take him by. If you get two heads, come and take him by yourself. That is the message. Buhari is simply trying to demonstrate that under him, the security outfit is more important than the court. It's more important. So you don't touch the DSS. You don't touch under Buhari, you don't touch the military. And that is exactly why, because and when we talk about Buhari is interested in income and security, not because, I'll tell you the reason. He's interested in the income because he believes that if you have money, you can have enough money to buy all the weapon and security and militocratic or whatever militants and confront him. So he doesn't want you to be too rich. Especially if he doesn't trust that you are loyal to him. He doesn't want you to be too rich. Number two, you will hear that Ribadu was also saying that under Buhari, there have been no billionaires. There are no new billionaires from oil. You understand it. I'm giving you a trend. I have to say what I have to say before they catch me too. But let's say it. I don't know tomorrow, but the moment that I have now, I will say everything I go to. Number two, security. Buhari is not interested in national security or citizen security. He's not interested. Buhari is interested in regime security as the Oga, the emperor. Regime security. That's what he's interested in. That's what he's interested in. Regime security. Not citizens, not protection of citizens' lives and property. No. You can die as you can. Anything can happen to you. As far as nothing happens to his regime security, that's what matters to him. Do you understand it? Aha. I leave that. Let us now come to actions. I spoke with the SAN this morning, and he said they will have to start taking required legal actions to enforce compliance with the DSS. Let's hope that something happens today. Let's hope that something happens today. I'll take comments, so you can start bringing the comments on. I just want to let you know that I didn't go to Abuja yesterday because I knew already, and it's by analysis of, it's common sense, it's by analysis of facts. I don't analyze my facts already. I don't know, say they free this guy, So what's your own reaction? I'm sorry I cannot open the lines this morning, because I didn't really plan or prepare to take lines. All right, people, how are you? Let's allow the comments to start flowing. I'll be back, shortly now.
Oh yeah.
I dey vex
Sowore.
on the door. I dey vex. I dey vex. Some they call me pagan. Then they say I be Satan. Cause I believe I be winner. Stop calling me a sinner. If you truly believe in the church, as I don't want to know. If you really believe in the mosque, me I don't want to know. If you believing in the pastors, as I don't want to know. If you believing in the imam, me I don't want to know. Make you shine your eyes, and free yourself. Oh lo. Make you shine your eyes, and free yourself from mental slavery. Make you shine your eyes, and free yourself. Oh. Make you shine your eyes, and free yourself from mental slavery. Listen now, Oyibo come deceive us. Then come bring their Jesus. Even the story about Jacob.
My ancestors make you save us.
My people make gonna wake up. Wake up. If you truly believe in the church, as I don't want to know. If you really believe in the mosque.
Okay, so let me take the comment. While we were on that break, I saw somebody. I saw a comment, and I feel we should do it. You see, somebody commented that Yoruba and Hausa, good morning. You see, that's the problem. Let's stop tribalizing our problem. These people are happy that we are divided as victims, and that is the source of their power. The source of their strength is that the victims cannot come together. It is not by your doing that you are Igbo. It is not by your making that you were born a Hausa person. It's not by your making that you are born a Yoruba person. But it is by man making that you are a victim. I'll repeat it. It is not by your making that you were given birth to by Haudu. It's not by your making that you are giving birth to by Chinedu. Neither is it your making that you're giving birth to by Mr. Abiola. It's not your making. But the fact is, because that is exactly what God planned. God planned that there should be variety. If God wants everybody and everything to be the same, there will be no need to create animals. There will be no need to create even Eve. God did not create Adam and Steve. God created Adam and Eve. There's a purpose. He wants varieties. He doesn't want life to be boring. So when you see people committing suicide, they don't know how to explore the spices or varieties of life. I'm telling you the reality. The fact remains that nobody has control over who gives birth to them. But so it is, what I'm simply saying is that it is not a man-made thing that you are either outside Igbo or Yoruba. It's not your making. But it is man's making that you are a victim. It is also man's making that there is oppression. Yeah. But the oppressors are happy that the victims cannot unite. Meanwhile, the oppressors have no tribe. And I'll explain. Akpabio, or Jesus Okalu, Okorocha, all your governors in the southeast, Tinubu, Benga Daniel, all of them in the southwest, they also have their own groupings. Okay? The same thing Gandola and the rest of them in the north. When they want to share allocation, national allocation, they don't get tribal. If Babangida daughter one word, all of them will carry their private jet go there. They don't get tribe. Your oppressors do not have tribes. They don't have. Your oppressors don't have tribe. But they are happy. They are happy that the oppressed people have tribe. Because now they shout, let Hausa and Igbo deal with their problem. Let Yoruba and Hausa deal with their problem. You know, concern us. Let Yoruba and Igbo deal with their problem. Really? Who told you it is an ethnic problem? It's not. It is a class problem. Oppressors versus the oppressed. It's a class struggle. It's not an ethnic struggle. And I don't know how many times I have to say this for you people to understand it. You are still ethnicizing the crisis. It's not an ethnic problem. Never. It's a class problem. But I leave that. Let me come back. Some people are saying I should address comments. I guess I skipped them. Somebody says, Shegun, but where's all Yoruba leaders? Why are they saying anything even about the VP? Why are they not saying anything? Okay. Let me tell you. I didn't want to say this before, but now that the DSS has flouted the bill again, let me say it. I was seeing some comments, I was waving them. Comments about why are Yoruba not standing for, why are the Yoruba Obas not standing for Sowore? Even during the time of Nnamdi Kanu, prominent people rose for him. Let me tell you, even as bad as most of them are, I'll tell you the reality. They stood for Sowore. Yeah, they stood for him. Sowore is the person who rejected and told them, sorry, just leave me with this thing. I know what they are trying to do. Don't let them bring you into the problem. I know one prominent Oba in the southwest, prominent, who said, I want to stand for Sowore. We did not expose it. We did not publicize it. It's not necessary. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's not necessary. Because they came one-on-one saying, I won't stand shorty for you. I don't want you to be there. Should I say, don't worry. Leave me with I don't want to put people in problem in my case. Don't worry. That of Sulaiman, Apostle Suleiman, became social media noise because Suleiman came on air like every other loudmouth or every other clout chasing suckers. Sorry, he claimed like he came on air to want to take Sowore shine. Now why that of Sulaiman get publicity be that? But we know people, politicians and all of them have been coming, and Sowore was telling them, don't worry. But because those ones came with one mind, we want to stand for you. We want you to be out of this place. Do you understand it? So Sowore was like, no, don't worry. Just let me do this. Just don't worry. Whatever happens, comes out of it. I've made up my mind. Just don't worry. I don't want to put people on that problem because these people can come and they can come after you. They can come and attack you. So I don't want them to just leave me with my. I don't know what's going to come out of it. But whatever happens, I think let's see how it goes. Sowore is very choosy. It's very choosy when he makes choices. It's very choosy. If he sees that your empire can be attacked, he will tell you, don't worry. No, don't worry. Even from the north, there were people willing to stand for Sowore with their properties in Abuja. I'm not going to mention names, but if you know how to connect dots, you can tell. Eminent persons. But Sowore said, don't worry. Let me continue what let's see how far it goes. I don't want to put your empire in problem. I don't want to put your company in problem. I don't want to put, let me just. So you decide to say, okay, whoever else asks what they are asking for, I can stand. Like, well, but that will not affect an entire. Sowore is, oh God. Anyways, I digressed. So when I was reading such comments, nobody to stand for Sowore, I was reading some social media posts. I just did laugh. I said that because we won't see how this Justice Ojukwu thing go first. No. Sowore had met the bail condition long ago. As in long ago. He had met it. And I was telling everybody coming for that, oh, thank you, but just don't worry. Let's see how it goes. Don't worry. Let's see how it goes. You know Sowore now. So there were people willing to stand for Sowore, even as bad as we thought they were. But then Sowore was not really that kind of person, But what I'm simply saying is that let's stop ethnicizing our issues. Do you understand? Let's stop ethnicizing our issues. It's not necessary. The oppressors are happy when they see ethnic comments like it is Yoruba and Hausa. I posted something yesterday about something that a clash that happened at somewhere at that community is called Idasho village. Idasho at Ibejuleki, that Hausas and Yorubas clashed and they burnt down several houses. The moment we posted it on, go on our Facebook page, see comments like it is family issue, Yoruba and Hausa, leave them. Really? Hey, oh God. Anyways, let me take comments. I understand what's going on. Everything that is happening, I understand them. I understand them. But it's also very important that we put the records and the points straight for everybody to see and understand. So it's just like that. I don't know what we should be calling hate speech if not calling people by their tribes. It's not. See, if you discriminate against a tribe, you are anti-God. You know why? God created the varieties and it is deliberate. I'm a psychologist. I studied psychology, all right, and I understand that suicide is one of the offshoots consequences of boredom. Something bores you, and life persistently and consistently bores you. You now decide, oh, there's nothing exciting about this life again. Let me just die. Yeah. One of the psychological consequences of boredom is suicide. So when God created Eve, but not Steve, he knew what he was doing according to the biblical, analogy or anecdote. God did not create Adam and Steve. He created Adam and Eve. Why didn't he create male and male? That's what I'm simply asking. He created male and female. He said create male and female, man and woman created him. Read your Bible. It's for variety. Why did God not create everybody to be white? And why did he not create everybody to be black? It is for varieties. One thing will excite you today, another thing will excite you tomorrow, a woman will excite you the next, another thing will excite you, another tribe will be like, oh, see another culture, oh man, see language, oh man, I'm not, wow, see this animal, I've not seen this before, oh my. He created sufficient varieties so that something continues to keep you excited while you're alive. But man that does not want to be exploratory, wants to be cocooned into his own tribe, I wish to marry outside of my tribe, for instance. Yeah, I wish. It may not be. I don't even have a girlfriend yet, so I don't even know. But my wish is part of exploring life is to intermarry. Do you understand what I'm saying? But we need to educate a lot of people. I don't know the way we think. I don't just understand. What message do you think God was trying to pass when he did not create a monotonous type of people? He created varieties. Varieties. God gets sense now. Anyways, I digressed. Okay, Ofo says his family issue now is not Yoruba and Hausa that want Nigeria that is not working. Let me reveal to you, Nigeria will still go its separate ways. I will, me, I don't know how to lie, and the reason I don't lie, DSS needs psychotherapy. No, DSS hands are cuffed. The hand of the DSS is cuffed. They are handcuffed. They have to take order from London before they obey the order of the court. If Abuja House in London says no, fuck the court. Anyways, I digress. Let me go back to what I was saying. Talking about, what was I even saying? That person made me digress. So forget about their speech and say the truth. Fulani has reduced Nigeria to a jungle. Somebody remind me what I was saying, because I was going to say something, another important thing, because today I don't decide, say I want to talk everything will be as they be. I don't have tomorrow, but I know this moment is my own. So let me say everything I have to say. You understand it? So let me remember now. What was I saying before I jumped into that? So you see, this country, everybody needs to do what they have to do. Stop ethnicizing issues. Let's stop ethnicizing our problems. Okay, let's continue what we have to do. Yeah, the Abuja House in London has to approve the court. Otherwise, okay, I was talking about Hausa and Igbo family, Abi. Let me see other comments before I miss them again. Okay, so you see, Hausa and Igbo, the reality is that we all don't know how we came to this world. If you were consulted before you came to the world, I'm sure you probably want to be son of maybe a rich man or daughter of a rich man, at least to be able to climb above the basic problems or needs of life, and then the rest are just going to be secondary, subject to your own decisions. But if you come to this life and first of all you still have to struggle for years of how to even sustain life, to meet your basic needs, food, clothing, shelter, if you have to struggle with all of that, there's a problem. Like in my own case, a big problem. I had to escape from my parents. I had to escape from home to be able to even go to school. Do you understand it? Yeah, I was saying DSS is handcuffed because they have to go to Abuja House in London. But before then, I was saying something. I wanted to tell a story. Yeah, okay, God bless you. This person just put me to it. I was saying that whether you like it or not, we are still going to have. Yeah, God bless you. Thank you. You see why comments are very important, live comments. Now, you cannot escape the fact that Nigeria will still separate. Yeah, it will separate, definitely. But the question we should ask ourselves is, I mentioned groupings before. Because a lot of people send voice notes to me, they call me, they argue with me, I don't argue with them because it's not necessary. But I tell them that, you know what, at some point in time, this thing will happen. And I'll tell you a story. But before I tell you that story, let me first of all explain why I believe it will still happen. But that we should also be careful before it happens. Because by the time it happens, the format or manner in which it happens is very important. It will be a pointer to how successful or unsuccessful the separations will still be, or the separatists or the regions will still be. The problem with Nigeria will follow these individual regions. Oduduwa Republic, Arewa, Biafra. It will follow all of you. And I'll give you a reason. If we go our separate ways, for instance, Southwest has already been captured. Yes or no? The Bullion Van Gang will continue to do what they are doing in the Southwest because they are now the new Lord. Yes or no? That's one. Number two, the Biafra people, no be una get Okorocha. No be una get where will Akpabio go? Will Akpabio join North? Or will he join South, Yoruba, South, what do you call Southwest? No. If we divide into three majors, where do you think Okorocha, Akpabio will be? Are you understanding at all? Are you understanding? Where do you think all this Ojikalu and the rest of them will be? They have captured minds of people with pythons. People who have never tasted governance before, but slavery, servitude, and psychophancy. They have captured mind. Come to Southwest. They have captured minds of people. The moment they release their bullion vampire, it's a spirit. They'll capture everywhere. Everywhere. By the security, by military. It is the psyche that you are living Nigeria with that you are going to establish with. So you still have them regrouping individually in the respective regions that are becoming new countries. That's the reality. Now I was going to tell you a story. But before then again, let me say that if we correct these things by installing good leadership in Nigeria, reformatting minds of people, first of all, by the time we now go our ways, we will not begin to have merit happening and all that. Otherwise, we will continue with riots. Take for instance in the Southwest, let's say Oduduwa Republic is carved out. Tinubu contests. And we already know what we can have. From what we have in Lagos, Ogun, bad roads and all that, or passengers and all, we already know what we can have. The Obas are under their control. We already know what we can have. So somebody will now come out and say he wants to change the thing. They will just put him and just because they have already done it. They have already achieved all of those things before the balkanization process starts at all. They have already achieved, they have finished, they have concluded plans. Now let me tell you the story. While I was a student at the University of Lagos, there was a lecturer. He now works with them in Abuja. There was a lecturer then. We used to chat until recently. Then that lecturer asked us to make presentations. He gave us topics, and I was to present on the old political parties from the First Republic that survived into the recent. And in the course of discussing those parties that have now become PDP and APC today, and that their ideologies have changed and this and that, for instance, we have AC masquerading as APC masquerading as Action Group of Nigeria, AG of Baba Awolowo, and the NPN coming to be, and all of that. That they were usually regional, carved from a region and trying to spread, but they are met midways by the breakwalls of the ethnic, element. But at the end of the day, we spoke about it severally until, no, you are alive. We spoke about it, and I mentioned how it is inevitable that ethnic problem has not cleansed and will continue. In fact, in the eventual, we might still have to separate. And the lecturer said I should shut up. I was making a fantastic presentation. Everybody was interested. And the lecturer said I should shut up. I should never mention Biafra again. I said, sir, it's a matter of time. Whether you like it or not, everybody will realize that it was a contraption that was never meant to be. We will still go our separate way, but we want to get it right. So that people go their separate ways with the right psyche. With the right psyche. The man fought me severally. He fought me that it was even going to affect my CGPA. I say this is not. I'm not an academic person. I'm not looking for an A in your course or anybody's course for that matter. I'm just telling you. I'm here to tell you the truth. We argued. He fought me. I said whether you like it or not. I'm not an Igbo person. Maybe I look Igbo. But I'm not. Oluwasegun, go and check my matric number. And Oluwasegun is my name. I'm a Yoruba person. But reality is, whether you like it or not, if you study the trends, you will know that this thing will happen. But we don't want it to happen just anyhow, that people will return to their problems in their various regions again. We then continued. After a while, he called me to his side. He said, don't do that again. It's not good, blah, blah, blah. Okay, fine. We said it. At a point, the man left and joined them in Abuja. He became also one of them in Abuja. And recently he was chatting me up. If I mention it, they may be able to trace him, but I don't want to do that. He mentioned this case, that case, that case, that. And I said, Shebi, I tell you that time. He said, if they don't give Tinubu presidency in 2003, Nigeria will split. I said, sorry, sir. You believe Nigeria can split? He said, it will split. I said, do you remember when I was doing presentation in your class? And I mentioned it that we will still eventually go our separate way, and you say it is not possible. Is this you? I said, is this you, sir? Saying that Nigeria will eventually split if they don't give Tinubu. I said, so your own condition is if they don't give Tinubu presidency in 2023. Is that what you are preparing? This person is in Abuja. I won't mention specific. He's in Abuja. So the moment they started seeing problem with Osinbajo, problem with Fowler, problem with all the Tinubu boys, they now say, these things are looking like signs. They are looking like signs. If they don't give Tinubu 2023 presidency, Nigeria will break. I say, is that what you are planning? So you agree that Nigeria will eventually split, but subject to your own condition. Are you for real? Do you have conscience? I'm sure he's probably watching too. So let's not bother it too much. So there are a lot of things. I'm just going to say that people, let's keep our fingers crossed, let's keep our minds open, and let's be ever ready. Very important. Very important. So we need actions, we need actions. I spoke with SAN this morning. They said they will continue with other legal actions or activities to ensure that the DSS is compelled to comply with the order of the court. Well, those of you that appear to be supporting this channel on a monthly basis, I want to appreciate. One person has started. 2 persons so far. The first person said she does not like to be mentioned. The second person is Mrs. Okuno. That is the person who runs this organization, Living in Togetherness, Equality and Harmony for All. This NGO pledged to be supporting what we are doing because they say they love what we are doing. It's not in Nigeria, it's in London. Do I remember? Yeah, London. Is it London or New York now? Sorry. Yeah, but that's the organization you can see there. Said they will be supporting us on a monthly basis. I won't mention the amount, it's not a big money, but they have the hearts to say, no, we love what you're doing, and we also want Nigeria to be better. So whatever little you can be supporting with on a monthly basis will continue to. Thank you so much, Mrs. Okuno. And then another person doesn't also like Mrs. Modupe. I'll just put it short. Mrs. Modupe, thank you so much. So other people, this is to say the month has started and Eno has been. We need resources to continue running, doing other things and such. We want to appreciate everybody. We have done some works already, but you'll be seeing results soon. So those that are asking what is the detail to support this channel, that's it on your screen. We expect your kind support, your kind donation. Which thing we do here? We will know if you collect contracts in Nigeria. We know if you collect contract. We done all the works where they do before. Anytime I go out now, people say, you should. So it's becoming risky by the day. Yeah, I know that I cannot escape anything, but at least the ones that I can identify, I should be able to do away with. So I can't take contract again. I can't do any work again and again, because we have to. At the end of the day, if you take contract, if you work, if you do everything, you make money, you do that, blah blah blah. How do you sustain family here? It's very risky. But since we are looking for a better country, like I told somebody called me from New York and said, you are doing a fantastic work. If she already becomes president, you'll be the Minister of Information. I said, guy, nothing can. What makes you think I want to work in government? No, if your presidency is sincere, political office should not be attractive. There should not be no perks attached. It should just be your basic salary and allowance to allow you work. There will be no excess that you are buying house in London, buying house in Dubai, buying houses everywhere. No. Under the kind of presidency that we believe Sowore is bringing. And Sowore is the kind of person that can hire you today and fire you tomorrow morning. Not because I want to do bad, but because before he knows that I did not do the bad they allege me to have committed, you go, don't fire me. I have seen it happen before. So I know it at the talk. So because I remember during the election, Sowore at a point wanted to like, what did they do this guy? Ooh, they went to poison his mind that me, I was doing this, they poisoned the mind of everybody against me. Like, see him, you don't do this one. See him, you don't do that one. See him, this guy don't deal with you. I said, I'm not with anybody. I'm with Nigeria. I'm with the country. I'm with my conscience. I'm just doing my work. But later I now realize people don't feel me like. What if to say I be in military and they don't fire me? What do you think? What do you think will happen? And they go don't fire me, they go don't spoil my name. So I don't even want to work with government. What I'm interested in is, if the country is good, you don't even have to know the president. You don't even have to know the vice president. You don't even have to know the CBN governor. You don't have to know anybody. Once you have merit, you get any job. That's what I'm after. So who told you I want to be in government? Who told you I don't want to just be in a private business? I studied business admin first of all before I went to University of Lagos to go and study psychology then. I first went to study business administration at Lagos State Polytechnic. So I wanted to be a businessman. But as I say the environment don't allow you to be a good businessman. Oh boy, we have to work on this country first. Otherwise, whatever you think you are doing, you are working to send yourself and your children abroad. They'll be useful for abroad. And they cannot be first-time citizens there. Forget shit. I'm sure we have treated this topic before. By the time your children realize that they don't belong here, it will be late. You go down hold. So let's work on ourselves. So let me take some comments now. And let me take this off my face. Yeah. So somebody says it's because the huge funds they have access to, that's why they will kill to get to such position. Exactly. But if we are expecting the Sowore presidency to demonetize government, to demotivate people with money in government. Sheung, DSS lawyer said Sowore had not met his bail condition to release him. Falana just said his own. But see, I told you, when I released that document, that court has already signed. They have vetted everything and the bailiff followed them to court. When I released it, some people fought me. They fought me. They say, why will you release that kind of document? I say, because I know DSS will deny it. I said DSS will deny it. They say, well, but you should have waited now. Okay, I don't wait. Oh yeah, how far? No, they don't claim say they don't deny so. I don't know why we are not proactive. So somebody said, don't you think Nigerian students are part of the Nigerian problem? See, let's stop grouping people. The reality is that Nigerian students they are also victims in this country. They are helpless. They impose leaders on them who tell them what not to do. They are victims. So let's not be blaming this group, that group. There are individuals in those groups you are blaming who don't also like what is going on. But Shagun, don't you think that more activities should get more activists should get in politics to challenge people in power? I agree with you. All methods now. Let us all get into activism. There's political activism, yeah. You can be in politics and be steering it from inside. Yeah, possible. Don't you think Nigeria student? Okay, well done, uncle. Thank you so much, Sarah Ojudu. Madam, how are you, ma? Thank you so much for the other. She was one of our supporters last month. Thank you so much, ma. Tosin Ashalu, Shegun, you should set up a Patreon account. Yeah, I did, but I still didn't have enough time to really master how it works. So it's a good way for content creators to get sustainable income and connect with fans. Some of us can't easily contribute to Nigeria account directly. Okay, I'll see a way I can understand that. I created it months ago, but I really didn't understand how it works like that because I didn't really have time to study it. There are too many programs taking my. Before I finish doing one, another one is calling my attention and all that. But I will take my time. Shegun, what can you what can we do to get more people involved? I'm tired. Well, I'm doing my own in my own little way. I don't show what I do also, but I go on the streets, I talk to people. Maybe one of these days we'll start showing it. You know, we have to get bored at some point. We have to start showing it. Okay, somebody wants me to display the account on WhatsApp again. Alright, that's it on your screen. Let me flash it once more. So somebody says, Olabim Olalere, say, like it or not, revolution will surely arrive. Thanks, Mr. Shegun. Yeah, we need to really reorientate people towards it, because revolution will not happen just by itself. People have to work for it. So, and it takes a lot of orientations. It takes a lot of orientation. So we have to start orientating people. I talk to people on the street. I talk to taxi. Sometimes I deliberately take Okada if there's traffic, and I talk to the Okada man. Are you happy with the way this country is going? Do you like what you're doing? Some of them are graduates doing alright, and it's not as if they really wanted it, but because that is what the country offered them, So let me take this off my face again. I hope you have copied the person that I requested for it. Yeah, the comments are breaking again. Whatever happened. Our enemies, our NRC today, and why ye. Anyways, yeah, they are dropping again now. They are showing up again. Almighty God will continue to strengthen you. Thank you so much. Good morning, Shegun. Well done for the good job. Thank you. Shegun, please sometime ignore those guys talking about ethnicity. No, we can't ignore them, and that's the issue we still have till today. Sometimes you have to. We know how many people so far that we have explained things to, and they understand it. It's not by their making that they are Igbo or Hausa or Yoruba. It's not by my own making either. Do you think if they ask me at the point of birth, which country do you want to go to? Which parent do you want to be given birth to by? Do you think I would have chosen where I am? Even those people commenting, do you think they would have chosen where they are? Now, if they give you a preview of life while you were inside the womb, and to say, okay, this is our life, this parent, that is that parent, this is this country, these ones are white, these ones are black, these are the advantages, do you think, do you think I want to be here? But we found ourselves here. So we have to now start understanding life and looking at, okay, how can we change the circumstance and make it what it ought to be? Because God did not create the black to be down. The problem we have is man-made. It's not God's making that the black race is what it is. So people, thank you so much, and don't forget, I also need your prayers. Continue to pray for me too. As I'm praying for Nigeria, mention names to pray for me. I need prayers. By the way, I ate poison 2 days ago, and I don't know if I'll survive it, but I'm living to die, and I'm dying to live, whichever it is. I didn't come online. I didn't come live last night. I didn't come live. Some people were asking questions. I was managing to respond, but I'll be fine. So pray for me. I need prayers too. I believe in God. So because some people were accusing me of being an antichrist, I'm not. I believe in God. I believe in Jesus Christ. I believe in anything you believe in. The reality is that I just don't believe in extortion or exploitation in the name of religion. I don't believe in it. Okay. No, don't worry. All those outside people that you are saying are not commenting yet. They are in the DSS. Some of them are watching. They are watching me. If you don't hear from me for consecutive number of days, just know that I may have been picked up. They are watching. Don't make mistake. They are watching. I won't say more than that. They are watching. But it's just that the type of people that are watching are not really the type that want things to be ahead. They are the type that are working for. But don't worry, there are also victims who are also not happy. Just like when some people were saying, Obasanjo is the president, is your Yoruba fellow, is not doing Nigeria well. I'm like, see, I'm not an ethnic person. I'm not a tribalistic human being. Obasanjo is not doing well does not mean I will not say Obasanjo is not doing well. Similarly, have you not seen Aisha Yusufu? Have you seen Aisha Yusufu also commenting about atrocities under Buhari. That's the way it is. There are also people too who are just watching and like, okay, at some point all these efforts will connect. Trust me. I'm just too confident. I don't know why. At some point all these efforts will connect. Just take it like that. So the comments are blocking again. I can see from here that something is happening too. But they will come back again. It's fine. But so people, I think we have stayed enough on this show. Let's not review too much at once. But at least I'm not sure that I've not said what I should say so far as the updates is concerned. And I'm gonna have to go do other things right now. Thank you so much, people. I'm gonna see you tomorrow, hopefully. Thanks for your attention. Thanks for your time. Thanks for everything. And I say bye for now. I'll see you again tomorrow.
Oh yeah. I dey vex so far. On the door. I dey vex. I dey vex. Some they call me pagan. Then they say I be Satan. Cause I believe I be winner. Stop calling me a sinner. If you truly believe in the church, as I don't want to know. If you really believe in the mosque, me I don't want to know. If you believing in the pastors, as I don't want to know. If you believing in the imam, me I don't want to know. Make you shine your eyes, and free yourself. Oh lo. Make you shine your eyes, and free yourself from mental slavery. Make you shine your eyes, and free yourself. Oh. Make you shine your eyes, and free yourself from mental slavery. Listen now, Oyibo come.